everyone.
This is the Billy Diamond Highway. It's the most northern route in all of Eastern Canada that you can drive, and it goes all the way to the Hudson Bay.
Let's go. Hey everyone, we are Dana and Mike. After living life on the road in our RV and exploring countless beautiful locations in North America and Europe, we came home, bought a van, and converted it into our very own tiny home on wheels. Now, we are back on the road once again with our 3 dogs and searching for adventure. Join us every Sunday for new videos, and don't forget to like and subscribe.
Hello everybody, and welcome to a new episode and to a new adventure. So we are starting a pretty crazy expedition today. So right now we are in the town of Saguenay, Quebec. We stayed at a Walmart last night, and it is the last major big city before we set off onto this great adventure. So we got all of our supplies and all that stuff done today, and we're on the road now. So our goal for this episode is to take the most northern route you could possibly drive here in Eastern Canada. We are headed to a town called Matagami to start our adventure, and we're going to take the Billy Diamond Highway all the way north to an area called Chisasibi, and we're going to go to, if you've ever seen a map of Canada, you have probably seen the Hudson Bay. It is this gigantic body of water here on, sort of like the eastern middle-ish of Canada, and that's where we're headed. We are headed to, this is a very, very remote area of Canada. It is literally the only road that you can take in the entire country to go to the Hudson Bay. The other ways of getting to it are like by a cruise or you take a plane, but in terms of driving, this is the only way to do it. So that is our plan here. This is going to be our final adventure here on this 5-month trip that we've been on, and we're going out with a bang. We're gonna go to this remote wilderness, and yeah, pretty excited for this one. This is one of those roads that probably you've never heard of. Most people that we've talked to have never thought about going to Hudson Bay, but that's what we're going to do, and yeah, we're very, very excited for this new adventure. So join us on this episode as we venture the wilderness here in Quebec, and hopefully everything holds up. We've gone quite a long distance with this van now, and this is going to be one of those true tests to see if we make it through all the way. For now, today, like we said, we're heading to Matagami, and it is a 660 kilometer drive just to get to the start of the Billy Diamond Highway. So it's going to be a long one. Strap yourselves in. Let's do this. So if you guys have seen our previous videos, you'll know that a few years ago we took our truck and trailer up the legendary Dempster Highway, which is one of the most northern routes you can take in all of North America. It's actually the most northern route you can take in Canada. I think that the Dalton Highway in Alaska gets you just a little bit more north, but the Dempster Highway, you can actually go all the way to the ocean, which is pretty cool, which is what we did. This is the route that we're going to take over the next few days. Will take us along the most northern route you can take in all of Eastern Canada. So yeah, assuming that this trip goes well, we will have done the most northern route you can take in Western Canada and Eastern Canada, and we will have also visited the most easterly point in all of North America, which was St. John in Newfoundland a couple years ago. So yeah, kind of checking off all of these bucket list items here in our own country and seeing all these really remote places that most people have never gone to. Feels pretty cool. All right, just stopping to let the dogs go pee and switch drivers. We've been doing 2-hour shifts for all of our driving days, especially on long days like this when we're going like, 7-8 hours. All right, grab some lunch at a Subway. It's always just easier to get this sort of food when it's long drive days. Time management. Yet another of many fuel stops. We are in a remote area of Quebec now.
Okay, we are filled up with gas, and we are officially going to be hitting some dirt road. This is just kind of a road that we need to take in order to get to the main road.
Yeah, we haven't even started. We're still getting to the starting point of this road.
Yeah.
But there's a dirt road that goes to the starting point.
It's only 112-ish kilometers of gravel road, which honestly really isn't that long.
Yeah, like the Dempster Highway, like I was talking about before at the start of the video, that road was 900 kilometers of off-road.
There and back.
So like, yeah, each way. So like almost 2,000 by the time you do it all. So this is nothing in comparison.
So yeah, we're gonna take this dirt road, and then we will be at the place called Matagami, and we'll just camp there for the night. There's really only like one camp spot on our Overlander there, so hopefully that works out.
Yeah, and hopefully there's a dump in water. It says there is.
So yeah, hopefully those two things work out, and then we'll be making our way to the Hudson Bay. All right, that's where we're headed.
And this road will probably become dirt soon. Let's find out. So far it's paved.
Why they want it 30.
Wow.
All right.
Something.
There's the dirt, y'all.
Oh, there we go. All right, we're flying. Like, this gravel road is actually probably the smoothest gravel road we've ever driven on, because you can basically go like regular highway speed almost. I can even sit here and drink my coffee while we're doing it.
I will likely not be able to catch this on camera because these little guys are just so fast. But we have seen, I want to say like 10 to 15 bunnies.
Yeah.
They are like everywhere on this road. It's actually so cute. So yeah, if you come on this road, you might see some bunnies.
Where?
Right to the right.
Yeah.
All right, we are officially getting off the gravel road, and we just saw the Billy Highway sign, but we're gonna keep it a secret for now because I think this sign's probably the coolest sign.
So we are about 5 minutes away now from Matagami. This is where we're gonna stop for the night. Yeah, today was long. Today was more than 8 hours of driving.
It didn't feel so bad though, honestly.
Okay. It was actually okay. Like, a lot of changing road conditions all throughout today, so it kind of like shook things up a bit and made it kind of interesting. But it'll be nice to stop driving. And here is the random gravel lot here.
It's a garbage can.
Nice.
It's a win.
All right, we are here. It's your run-of-the-mill gravel lot. Nothing special, but
We're parked beside the Lake Matagami,
yeah.
so kind of cool.
And a bit of a visual inspection on our tires. Yeah, if you guys saw our last episode, you might know that we had to change out these tires on the fly. We had to replace all 4 of them, even though only one of them was messed up. Like, we had an alignment problem that we caught too late, and one of the tires was already extremely worn on just like the outer edge of it. And yeah, that forced us to replace all 4 of them because this is an all-wheel drive vehicle, and that's what you got to do. So, but these ones are holding up really good, and they got their work cut out for them over the next little while here. So we both grabbed a couple of showers, just because tomorrow morning we're gonna dump here in Matagami before we start this epic adventure to Hudson Bay. So yeah, just get that out of the way so it can be all nice, fresh and clean for our adventure. But we are going to sign off for right now. We'll catch you guys tomorrow in the morning, and get ready because it's on. All right, hello, good morning. So it's the next day. It is the day we are going to begin our adventure down the Billy Diamond Highway. We first just rolled into Matagami just so we can dump and get water and get gas. So we're gonna get all that done first before we hit the road.
All right, it is time to get gas.
It's the last gas stop. I think it's almost 400 kilometers until the next gas station. 400 kilometers is sort of like the upper limit, almost, of what our van can do in one go. So it's really important that, you know, we don't go too fast, or hopefully it's not too windy and lots of hills and stuff like that, because that could really mess us up. Because we don't have a jerry can, there's no room in our van for a jerry can or anything like that. I'm gonna fill this and top it up as much as I can so we don't run out of gas.
We are gonna stop at the visitor center right at the beginning of the road here and just confirm that, you know, everything's looking good. The gas station out there is open, cross our fingers, because that would really suck if they tell us that, yep, gas station's not open for some reason. We'd be hooped. Yeah, that's kind of the plan, and let's do this. I'm not sure if this is just because it's like Sunday morning at 9 a.m., but there is like nobody on the road. It's actually so dang quiet. It's almost kind of like, it's just really weird because, you know, you're in a town and it's like there should be people, it should be bustling. And
all right, we are approaching the legendary Billy Diamond Highway sign. It's pretty cool.
It just looks so nice. Like for most like highway signs, they just have this like tiny little pull off and a small sign.
Yeah, this is like a whole archway.
Yeah.
So you're supposed to check in at this station here so they can kind of write down your information in case you don't come back, then come looking for you, something like that. So it's very important that you do this.
I heard we were supposed to kind of like check in if we're going that way or...
Okay, just information.
Yeah.
Sweet. Okay, so we got a map and a sheet with like all the different stops along the way. And yeah, she wrote down like our names, stuff like that.
It's actually, I was telling Mike the other day, that's actually kind of interesting that they do that here because, I mean, we haven't driven the road yet, but from my understanding, most of it is paved. So it's not, to me, as scary.
Yeah.
But
as like something like the Dempster Highway.
But they don't do anything like this at the Dempster Highway.
No.
They're not like taking your information
No.
down.
Yeah. It's good that they have those sort of safeguards here for sure. Yeah. Okay, but first off, we're gonna get a picture of us and the van in front of this sign because the sign is cool. My hair is really crazy. I really need a haircut. I have like bowl cut going on. All right, we got some nice photos of us with the sign. That was a bit of a thing. But here we go. Let's hit the road.
All right, what a great start. We saw our first moose here. I think it looked like kind of like a young one, so that was kind of cool. Mike, for some reason, thought that was the first moose he ever droned, which is actually inaccurate, I told him, because I just remembered that the first moose he did film was on the Dempster Highway, and that one was just frolicking around in the lake. It was actually super, super cute to witness. This one was just going for a stroll.
And yeah, so we're trucking along now. We got the van on cruise control and eco mode, not going too fast because like we said, it is almost 400 kilometers until the next gas station, which is almost the max of what this van can do on a normal full tank of gas. So yeah, we're really gonna make sure we make it, because if we don't, well, we're hooped. But we're in it now. It's time to get all the way to the Hudson Bay and see what all the fuss is about with this road.
Yes.
The Billy Diamond Highway, located deep in the heart of Northern Quebec, is one of the most remote, wild, and awe-inspiring roads in North America. Built in the 1970s for the main purpose of hydroelectric development, this route stretches over 600 kilometers and passes through endless forests and rushing rivers. It is a gateway to some of Canada's most untouched landscapes and Indigenous communities, and will take us to our end goal of seeing the Hudson Bay. Remember how we said it's the most northern route in Eastern Canada? Well, that isn't quite right. Near the top of the Billy Diamond Highway is another road called the Trans-Taiga Road, which takes you deeper into the wilderness and ends at another hydroelectric reservoir and is a tiny bit higher north than where we're headed. However, it doesn't take you to the Hudson Bay, which is what our goal is.
James Bay is connected and is technically a part of the Hudson Bay, which is why we just keep calling it the Hudson Bay,
so
because
it counts.
It counts, and I would rather call it personally the Hudson Bay, because it's just like, who drives to the Hudson Bay?
Like this might just be specific to Canadians, but when you were a kid growing up and going to school and learning about geography of Canada, you had Hudson Bay like etched in your memory, because it's this absolutely gigantic body of water.
It's like secluded, all in its own little section there.
Yeah, so like it's something that all Canadians know exists.
Yeah.
But few people have probably ever actually seen it in their entire life.
Yeah.
So that's the goal. That's
That's
why
cool.
we're here.
And honestly, where we get to potentially camp is right on the water, and you're so close to like the top of where like James Bay section starts. It's basically the Hudson Bay, and it is the Hudson Bay. I googled it, I researched, I said, is James Bay Hudson Bay? And they're like, yes. So okay, I was just browsing the map here, and it might be hard to tell on camera, at least from this far away, because I didn't notice it immediately, but there's this dotted line all along the water here, and look at, I had no idea that that body of water was considered Nunavut. So this will be the closest we will ever be at this point in time to Nunavut.
Okay, so we have stopped for a bit of like a stretch and pee break for the puppies. So this is called Broadback River. It's one of like the viewpoints that you can stop at along this long highway.
There's a picnic area. I think you can actually camp here too. So
Oh, that's nice.
we got little fire pits.
So yeah, we're gonna go and check out the river, and yeah, just kind of taking it slow as we make our way along this highway, and you gotta stop and see the sights, right? We're being smart and brought the bear spray with us, because yeah, it's pretty remote where we are now, and you know, judging by all the moose that we've already seen, there's definitely wildlife out here. All right, here is the viewpoint. Got some picnic tables and stuff. Yeah, welcome to the Broadback River.
All right, just chilling here at the river, and as Mike was up on the drone, I think the trail that we were on just a second ago went a little bit further, and like it did look like it went further, but I wasn't really sure where it was gonna go or how long it was gonna go for. But we threw up the drone and we're just flying around, and then Mike's like, what's that? And it kind of looks like a viewpoint, so we're gonna go back and check it out because you're only here once, and why not? It can't be that far. All right, trail, take two. Okay, this tree's a little bit too tall for me to crawl over, so you have to go under, but it's so small. Okay, that took a few tries, but I think we found it. It's very not obvious where this trail is, so I'm going to do an all trails navigation on the way back, and hopefully I can share that with you all because that was confusing. Okay, I all trailsed it back, made my own little navigation, and it was about 2.6 or 7 kilometers just to the viewpoint there. So just so you're aware, that's where it is. And if you buy my maps, I'll try and add this navigation if you want to get up nice and close. Okay, it's so hot, I want an orange juice. And because it's van life, you drink out of the bottle so that you don't have to do dishes.
All right, bit of a trip update here. We're almost at half tank, and how far have we gone? 215 kilometers. So we're doing good. Like, going slow definitely gives us way more miles than normal. So I think we'll make it to the gas station, no problem.
Okay, the next stop is called Rupert River, and it's probably the highlight of probably all of the rivers that we will pass. It's got some huge rapids, and the trail is super short. So we're actually gonna just leave the dogs and take you guys along to this beautiful river. All right, so we're coming up on the viewpoint, and holy cow, wow, this is nuts. Wow.
The Rupert River was our second stop here on this road trip, and wow, it did not disappoint. This giant flowing body of water is full of rapids and is a popular spot for whitewater canoeing enthusiasts. It used to flow even crazier than this, but in 2009, a section of the Rupert River was diverted to be part of the James Bay hydroelectric project. So yeah, this river is both wild and working a full-time job.
Alright, you guys, look how epic that is. It's still pretty loud, but I was hoping to mention that as I was standing there, I noticed across the way, like right beside the huge rapid, that there's another viewpoint over there. And now I have to try and find it. We're gonna drive to the other side of the river and see if we can find this trail, because you can get so close on that trail. And I think that would be epic.
All right, impromptu hike.
Literally, I thought there'd be like no walking on this adventure, but apparently there is, because there's viewpoints and we want to see them.
Yeah, so I scouted it with the drone. There's no all trails map like Dana said, so but I'm pretty sure if we just go this way, we'll get to it.
I will make my own all trails, and then hopefully I can just share it with you guys. Okay, we wore the absolute wrong shoes for this. Again, we were not prepared to be doing any kind of trail like this. Step on the log. Oh my God, I know, my foot is soaking. Yeah, this is our nice shoes. It literally feels like an ocean is rolling around in my shoes. Lead the way, Bentley, lead the way.
Hey, we made it! That was way shorter than expected. Literally right next to a waterfall.
That's what you want. Well, that was pretty darn cool, and super glad we chose to find out where this trail was. Now, we are on the hunt for gas, and apparently this gas station has food. So we're gonna stop and have lunch, and we'll let you know how good the food is out here in the wilderness.
After many hours of driving, as well as our fun little excursions, we have oh my God, look at that car. What the heck happened there? Holy cow, that's crazy. We have finally made it to kilometer 381, which is where the gas station is. And yeah, apparently there is food here and gas, obviously. And how did we do? I think we did actually really amazing on gas. We're only a little bit under half, so yeah. That worked out great. And there's a helicopter landing pad over there. That's pretty cool.
We saw him fly in.
Yeah. All right, this is the restaurant that's at this gas station. They have like burgers and yeah, and spaghetti and chicken. We're just getting cheeseburger and poutine. All right, got the food, and I might have ordered too big of a poutine.
Okay, so there was a large, and then there was a large but family size.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, let's get the large. And then when Mike ordered, he's like, family large. And I was like, we're gonna like explode.
So we got these and a couple of cheeseburgers.
Tastes good though.
All right, that was a tremendous amount of food that we did not finish. We got the leftover poutine for snacks later, maybe, I don't know.
I will not be eating.
So we're moving on. We are gonna go find a campsite for the evening. So we're pretty done for today in terms of driving long distance. It's about 20 minutes away to this river campsite that's free. So it should be pretty cool, and we will show you guys once we get there. All right, here is our campsite for the evening.
Turn left, then you will arrive at your destination.
Here beside this river.
Those are the sites.
Oh, okay.
So we can pick that one. Or whichever one's the flattest. That one actually looks like it's running.
Yeah.
But it's the one that has the view.
Well, but maybe back into this one. Okay. All right, we are still totally on level. We're basically like on a downhill like this, but it doesn't really matter. But check out the view. It's actually pretty nice.
All right, it has been a few hours since we got to this lovely campsite. We've just been chilling, relaxing. I've been updating my Google Maps, so if you want to know where we've been and you want to follow our travels, go to our website and you can buy our maps. But anywho, we are just gonna go for a little stroll. There is a trail here that leads to the river, and there should be a little waterfall right there at the river. And Mike's already flown up the drone to get some shots of the campsite, and he said it looks really nice. So let's go check it out.
Wow. Whoa. Hey. Good timing, I think, to come see this. Wow.
Wow!
Hey, that's awesome.
So nice. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I really thought this highway was gonna be quite boring. And it is so not so far. Oh my god!
Dang.
I love it!
Look at that.
Wow, you guys. I legitimately can't believe that I doubted this highway. Like I was saying earlier, I, for real, thought that this highway was gonna be somewhat boring, but I was so wrong. Today has been so awesome. It's all been just rivers, but like literally rivers are so gorgeous sometimes. The rapids are insane. You get to go so close. It's not very often that you get to go that close to pretty intense waterfalls. I was just telling Mike that like I don't even think that I understand how there can be this much water on Earth, and the amount that just continues to like gush off of all these waterfalls in the whole world. Like how? Where the heck is this water coming from? I don't get it.
Yeah, guys, like this entire drive has been unexpectedly amazing.
Yeah.
And
I'm so glad we did it.
it's just a crazy way to close out these, last few months of travel with our van. And I don't know, it's really, really cool.
Yeah.
It's just amazing. But yeah, we are going to continue our journey here. Tomorrow we should be making it all the way to the end, to Hudson Bay.
James Bay,
Or
but
James
also the
Bay.
Hudson.
Yeah, can't wait to see the end of what this all brings. But no, just this journey in itself so far has been fantastic. But yeah, we will catch you guys tomorrow. We're gonna turn in for the night and get ready for some more cool stuff here on the Billy Diamond Highway. Hello, good morning. So today is the day. Today is the day that we are finally going to make it to James Bay / Hudson Bay. We have a 4.5 hour drive to finish off this epic road trip here, and yeah, pretty excited. The weather is amazing outside, still beautiful, perfect for our ending of this long stretch of highway, the Billy Diamond Highway. And yeah, it's gonna be a good one. We're just making some breakfast. Dana's got some avo and egg toast going here.
We've been eating a lot of bagels, and it's kind of getting boring.
Yeah. Yeah, basically for breakfast for the last week has been just bagels, which is it's fine. There's nothing wrong with bagels. Yeah, we don't really make like big breakfasts on long drive days, which has basically been every day for a while now. So yeah, hopefully once we actually get up, to the end here, we spend like a solid day just relaxing up there. So yeah, join us as we finish off the Billy Diamond Highway, but let's eat first. Okay, so first leg of the journey is a 2-hour-ish drive to a town called Radisson. Not the hotel. It's not a hotel. But there should be like a cool dam or something there. Plus we're gonna need to get gas there. Okay, so as we've started this second day, the road has gotten considerably crappier. It's still paved, but it is just really bumpy and a lot of potholes and stuff like that. So I guess they just kind of gave up when they got to the second half of this road.
As we neared our end goal of seeing the Hudson Bay, we also began to reflect on all our experiences these past 5 months of living on the road. Time always seems to move so fast, and it seems like just yesterday that we finished building this van and moved in. But in reality, we've driven almost 30,000 kilometers and have done a giant loop around North America.
All right, welcome to Radisson. One last gas stop here before we get to the end of the road. Okay, spoke a little too soon. Before we get on the last stretch of the highway to get to the Hudson Bay, we're gonna hit up a couple of viewpoints that Dana said that she found. So we're on our way to our first one now. What? There's still ice. How is that even possible that there's still ice on this lake? It's like stinking hot out. Whoa, that's crazy.
But we're gonna go try and climb up that tower and get a nice view of the area. All right, we are just climbing this little hill. Should not take us very long. You can literally see it right here. I think we're gonna get some wicked views from the top of this tower.
Welcome to the top. Wow, this is really high up. Oh, crazy. And there's the giant water reservoir in front of us. Hold on.
So you can see the dam is just over there. We'll go look at it after. It's kind of like that little cavey wall there.
The Robert Bourassa Reservoir is a man-made lake that was created as part of the James Bay Hydroelectric Project. It covers an area of almost 3,000 square kilometers and provides the water necessary for the nearby dam to function. This tower we're on provides a fantastic view, but we were eager to see the dam itself up close, so we're headed there next.
All right, here's a look at the dam from up close. Looks like the spillway is completely closed right now, so we can see this like giant canyon. Wow, it's actually pretty cool. Wow.
Yeah, like it's really kind of really neat.
Yeah.
All right, we have made it to our final viewpoint, and this is now the bottom-ish or opposite end of the staircase dam.
Wow, this is cooler than I thought it was going to be. Like when we were up at the other viewpoint, you could not tell that it looked like this at all. And now that we're here on like the lower one, like all these kind of stairs all the way down, it's crazy.
The order that we did the viewpoints in, I think, was really, really good.
Yeah.
So do this one last.
Yeah. Save this one for last. And like this would have been really cool if the spillways were open and like you see like all the water coming down and all these cascading waterfalls. Yeah. But this is still really, really amazing. Yeah. Right? This is awesome.
The Robert Bourassa Hydroelectric Plant is a man-made titan carved into the rock and is Canada's largest hydropower facility. This station isn't just big, it's colossal and provides a staggering amount of electricity, big enough to power over 2 million homes. The huge spillway, also known as the Giant Staircase, is designed specifically in this way in order to control the vast amount of water that flows through. This is where nature meets engineering and is a testament to what humans are able to achieve.
But yeah, we are going to get back in the van now and finally get to the end of the road. We're coming for the Hudson Bay. Let's do this. We got about a 2-hour drive to get to the end of the line, and this is exciting. This is what we've been working towards this entire time. So yeah, let's do this. Here is what we think is the last stretch before we get to the end. Yeah, it wouldn't be a fitting journey for us if it wasn't a gravel road to get to the end, right? So we have done so many of these at this point, they're just basically second nature. So one thing that I have noticed that I really like about van life versus when we had the trailer, whenever we had the trailer back in the day and we would go down roads like this, there's like a giant cloud of dust coming out from behind us right now, right? In the trailer, all of that would get inside absolutely everywhere inside of the RV. Like it would be all over our bed, in every single drawer and crevice and everything. It was awful. Like you'd have to basically do like a deep clean every single time you stopped if you had like long distances on gravel roads. But in the van, that doesn't happen. All the dust is just kind of behind us and none of it really makes its way inside here. So that really helps a lot.
We're getting little sneak peeks.
Yeah, we are. It's imminent. We are about to get there. Oh, look at that! Well, okay, we've made it, everyone. Check it out. Back at the ocean. That is James Bay, Hudson Bay, whatever you want to call it. We have finally made it. That was a journey to get here, guys. That was pretty crazy. But look at this. It's beautiful.
All right, everyone. We have officially made it to James Bay.
Woohoo!
After days of driving through the wilderness, we have finally reached our end goal of Hudson Bay. This area is cold, vast, and humbling in a strange way. The horizon seems endless as we look out into the ocean, and once again, we feel like we're standing at the edge of the world. It's literally the end of the road, and we've finally made it.
All right, everyone. There she is, James Bay, also the Hudson Bay. We are on Long Point, which isn't in the town, it's actually above the town. Tomorrow we might go into town and check out another viewpoint of the bay. And yeah, this is pretty darn cool, a huge accomplishment because we're getting pretty close to finishing up Canada here.
Yeah, just the fact that we have come so far and seen so much of our beautiful country, I think at this point we can definitely say that we have done this country justice. And I don't know, it's an incredible feeling being able to stand here at the edge looking out into the ocean and kind of checking off one of these last big bucket list items. Canada's pretty cool. Canada has, you know, some of the most amazing landscapes you can see in the entire world. And we're just lucky to live here. We're lucky to be able to experience it like this. We're lucky to be able to, you know, travel around and do what we do and, you know, be here with the puppies, you know, thinking about places like here and the Dempster Highway and just these places that not everyone goes to, and you know it takes a lot of effort in order to get to them. And I just feel like all the work that we've put into our life and, you know, like building this van and getting it on the road and all the ups and downs that have happened along the way, it's memories for a lifetime. Like it's always gonna be with us, and I'm just so happy to be here. We're gonna get back into the van. We are starving. It has been a long week of getting up here. We gotta get some food in us. Let's get back into it. right, you guys. So we're just standing outside during sunset, and as you can see, it's just magnificent out here. It's crazy.
Absolutely silent, and all you can hear are the loons and whatever other birds are out there, and you can hear the ocean and just nothing else.
Yeah, it is incredibly peaceful feeling standing here looking out at the ocean, and just, I don't know, makes us kind of think about our lives up until this point. Like,
Well, we were just discussing before the camera, and I'm a little bit emotional, but like, we're talking about how the journey is like what is worth it, and like this is obviously still beautiful and worth it, but like we don't really talk about this much, but like in our like bio of what Let's Just Go Travel is, we always write that it's that we love the personal growth that traveling has brought us, and like not every day is easy.
yeah, there's hard days for sure. Like in everyone's life is like that, but like when you travel like this and you live inside of like a tiny space, and you deal with all the different ins and outs of what it's like to live on the road. Like there's rough days. It's not always fun or easy, and sometimes it's really hard, and sometimes there are things that go wrong. Not even talking about like mechanically or things inside of the van, but like just with each other and dealing with things together.
We want to be like real with you guys, and this is stunning and this is beautiful, and we're like super grateful. But there's more to why we travel sometimes. It really hits home, and it's just so beautiful standing here right now. Just everything that we've gone through, like not even just these like five months that we've been traveling, but just as a whole. I don't know, Mike and I have grown a lot like through these last few years, and it's just really hitting home today, like knowing that we've seen our entire country and we have also just grown.
I love that we get to spend our lives together like this. We are incredibly lucky people to be able to live the life that we live, and we realize that, and we acknowledge that every day. Looking back at all the different adventures that we've had and all the different things that we've been through, I just feel like this is not a wasted life, and I'm just so grateful to get to spend it with someone like Dana.
Yeah.
And being together and doing this together, because I literally cannot see any other way that I would be living my life if it wasn't for her, and being able to share this with her. It's everything.
Good morning, everyone.
Hello.
We are not where we camped. We've driven about an hour and a half into the town of, what's it called?
Chisasibi.
I never know how to say it correctly.
This is the furthest north community here in the James Bay area, and it's like a full-on town. But we have driven a little bit past the town, and we are at a kind of viewpoint at the very end, and we want to just get another final look at James Bay, Hudson Bay, before we start making our way home.
And we actually haven't touched it yet. Yeah, we're gonna touch it, and that'll be the finale of our trip here. And yeah, let's take it all in.
Here we are.
Okay. We are going to touch James Bay, Hudson Bay.
Is it cold?
Yeah.
Is it really cold?
Yeah. If you stayed in there for long, you'd freeze.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's chilly. Even for where we are now, it's like the end of May, right? So it's it's getting towards summer and stuff, but I don't know if you'd ever swim in this.
Yeah, I don't think you'd ever.
It's a big moment right now. Like, this is basically the official end of our journey here. So in total, we have been on the road for 5 months. And by the time we get home, we will have driven well over 30,000 kilometers all across North America again in our van that we spent over a year creating and building. It's a crazy feeling to actually like get to the literal end of the line. We made it. We made it all this way. There were definitely ups and downs. Things broke. We had to fix them. There were, highs and lows of this trip, as there always will be on any sort of, long extended adventure like this. It just shows us how much we love living life on the road, how much we love exploring these sorts of places in this way. And I don't know, it's like we were talking about yesterday, it's memories for a lifetime, and I can't imagine spending our lives any other way, because this is just absolutely fantastic. But yeah, you guys, that is the end of this video. My name is Mike.
I'm Dana.
We're Let's Just Go Travel, and we'll see you guys on our next adventure.
Woot woot.